of devotee is ashraya-prema. The love of the God is vishaya-prema. So there is one speciality here. Actually, the love of the ashraya-prema, the love of the devotee, is more glorious than the love that God feels. That's why Swayam Bhagavan is controlled by ashraya-prema, the love of the devotee. So means the devotee controls Bhagavan. With this speciality, because if I put phone there, if I put the phone there, internet stops working. Who will take care? That's why I put here. But she can translate it. So we're talking about prem. Which prem? We're giving the example. Prem of Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwarika. We're not talking about this prem that controls God, but the prem that controls Krishna is the prem of Vrindavan. The prema that Lord has Vaikuntha, Ayodhya, Dwarika. Actually, God cannot control Lord. Sorry, the devotee cannot control Lord with the love of these other abodes. Like in Ayodhya, Ram controls Sita. In Dwarka, Krishna is not controlled by the love of Rukmini Satyabhama. But the prema of Braja, one speciality of Braja Prem, is that the devotee controls Bhagavan. 100? So it's not possible to control which bhakti controls Bhagavan. Braja Prema Bhakti controls Bhagavan. This is the Shastra Siddhanta. There are also 3 kinds of love of Vrindavan. One Sakha Prem, another Vatsalya Prem, and another Madhurya Prem, also called Kanta Prem. So the friends of Krishna control Krishna, but not control him completely. Because Krishna doesn't stay always with his friends. And the friends of Krishna also does not stay always. They also don't stay always with Krishna. Sometimes they meet for playing. Try to fix this. Try to fix. They give their remnants. They give the remnants to Krishna, and also they take his remnants. So in Vatsalya Prema also we see that Mother Yashoda, she controls Krishna, but not absolutely. She does not control him absolutely. Why? Because the Prema of Mother Yashoda has one speciality. What? Has limits. The mother love has a limit. Like Krishna is not always with his mother, not always. Where does he stay? Because until 5, the kid is always with the mother. Until 5. So God is performing pastimes like a human being, right? After 5, the kid becomes a little bit more independent. The kid starts playing with his friends. After 5, until 5, the kid is completely with the mother all the time. But after 5, then the kid starts to be more independent. Then after some time also, then the kid wants to be independent from the mother. So we see this in this material world. We see this. So the kids are not always with their parents. And the kid will not stay always with the mother. So the kid cannot be completely controlled by the mother love. But when we say about Kanta Prem, Kanta Prem has one speciality. So the lover of beloved. Sorry? So after 18, so the transformation of the mind is more important. The mental activities everything depends more on the mental activities, not so much in the bodily activities. Actually, Mahaprabhu himself told in this verse, "Oh God, I want to be attracted to you just like a young man is attracted to a young girl, and a young girl attracted to a young man." After 18 plus, this is young person, right? So naturally, a young man is attracted to a young girl, and a young girl towards a young man. They are attracted. So they're mentally attracted towards each other. So in this moment, the young person is not giving attention to their parents so much, isn't it? No. Generally, no. They give more attention to those who are in love, who they love, like Mathura's love. Then they try to always hide, and like they hide this. They try to hide from the parents what they're feeling for their like maybe boyfriend, etc. But they show this what they're feeling to their same aged persons. Because prema becomes more attractive in the mind. The love. Actually, the source of love is in the mind. The source of the love is in the mind. Love comes from the mind. So when the mind is matured, then the mind also has these transformations, means attraction. In this moment, naturally, your mind goes to that person who has the same age as you. You start to love someone with the same age. So your mind becomes naturally attracted to that person. There are many stages in the love. First, you see with your eyes. Then the love comes when the eyes meeting with the eyes. You can read in the Java Dharma. The Java Dharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains how the prema is coming. So first, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving an example in this world, then in this transcendental world. Radharani Samvad also explains, Srimati Radhika is telling to Krishna. So just we met, like our eyes met, and then we developed the love. Why? Love is actually natural and spontaneous. Swabhavik and Svatasiddha, like self-manifest and spontaneous. In this world, the love changes, but in the spiritual world, the love is natural. That's why Srimati Radhika is saying. Chakshu Milan, this eyes meeting. So the young man and young girl, young lady, by their eyes they meet with the eyes. The eyes cross, and then they start thinking about each other. And then third, they are so eager to attain each other. Then so many kinds of transformations happen. Even disease also, they become sick because of this love. So in the transcendental world also, there's the source of the love, and these transformations also come. So Srimati Radhika herself, she said, so Srimati Radhika, when she's separated from Krishna, so she told one messenger, Duti, she's telling her moods to this messenger, today how Krishna has forgotten me. Because first our eyes met in one blink of an eye. We start to love each other. And then slowly, we were thinking about each other. And the love increased more and more. Obiromit means our mind becomes completely absorbed in that thing. The more you think about that thing, the mind completely absorbed in that thing. We're thinking. So first Chakshu Milan, meeting of the eyes, then Chintan, thinking, then Abesh, absorption. After that, also many kinds of activities you can see. Even disease, Vyadhi. What is Vyadhi? Like a disease, you see. A person becomes dizzy, cannot sleep. Because you speak with the person in the mobile in the whole day, so how can you sleep? Whole day chatting in the mobile with the beloved. Thinking. So then you cannot sleep, anidra. So Vyadhi is like disease, then anidra, cannot sleep. Anidra. Cannot sleep. Then your head is dizzy, like trembling, dizzy. Sometimes you vomit. Vomiting. Then it becomes so thin. The body becomes so thin. Because you cannot eat properly. If you don't eat properly and also not sleep properly, you become lean and thin. So if the person is eating and sleeping and still is very thin, you should understand the person has another disease. Do you sleep nicely? So symptoms of love, I'm telling. So if someone has love, then all the symptoms are there. In the end, the person faints. So in the spiritual world, we see, even the word death, mritu is there, but actually in the spiritual world there's no death. Actually this death, mritu is fainting, they're just faint, they pass out. So these are symptoms of the source of the prema, origin of the prema. So I'm saying this. Krishna is not completely controlled by Sakya-prema. The friends of Krishna are not always with him also. By Vatsalya-prema, Krishna also, he is not completely controlled. Okay, maybe 90% he can be controlled by Vatsalya-prema. But really 100% to be controlled. Which kind of love? By Madhurya-prema, Kanta-prema, then yes. Why? Because in the Kanta Prem, beloved's mood, the Sharirik and Manasik Dharma means. How to translate Gurudeva Sharirik and Manasik Dharma in Kanta Prem? So his body is evolving, and also the body is more strong, more beautiful in the young age. You know, when you start to develop this Kanta love, this love of beloved, lover and beloved, and also Manasik Dharma also, like the mind also becomes like attracted, and mind transformation also, mental transformation in this love. So the conclusion is the Kanta Prem, beloved's mood, conjugal love. So Siddhara Goswami explains what is Kanta. Kanta, beloved, also means Ka-anta. Where is the end? There's no end. It's endless. There's no limit. Where's the bottom? Who can describe? Ka-anta. Where is the end of it? There is no end. There is no end to it. Do you understand? Many kinds of Kanta Prema, many stages of this conjugal mode. Rura, Adhirura, Mohan, Madanaki Mahabhav. So by Kanta Prem, Krishna is controlled. Okay, so now Mother Yashoda, she caught Gopal. Where? By his back. Okay, he caught him by the back. Gopya means Shrimati Mother Yashoda. She was running faster than Krishna. In this way she caught the back of Krishna. Krishna couldn't run any longer. Then Krishna started to do what? Krishna was thinking, my mother will hate me. That's why Krishna knowingly presented one more pastime. Actually, the kids are very clever, smart. So the kid knows, the child knows, if I cry, my mother will not beat me. Maybe 2, 3. Like Mother Yashoda caught Krishna, she was chastising him with a stick. And she was saying, you are a thief. You are a naughty boy. Krishna also gave very beautiful answer to his mother. Krishna told what? Why are you calling me thief, mother? In your dynasty there's a thief. Because actually it's said that one of the ancestors of Mother Yashoda was a person called Chor Gopa. Chor means thief. So the name of the Gopa was Chor, like Chor means thief. Maybe he was a thief or not, this not the matter. But the villagers would call him Chor, thief. That's why Krishna told his mother, mother, why are you calling me a thief? In your family there is a thief, not in mine. Means in the father of my father's lineage there is no thief, but in your lineage, yes. So in the dynasty of Mother Yashoda there was a thief. Externally, Mother Yashoda smiled or laughed. Actually, she hid. Externally, she was laughing, but she hid her internal mood. If you have to chastise someone, and if you smile or laugh, you have to hold that smile, that laugh. You have to hold. So Mother Yashoda also, she controlled her laughter. She didn't show that she was actually laughing from that. She continued serious and said, Krishna, why did you break the clay pot of the yogurts? So first of all, who broke that thing? Krishna said, that person who created the clay pot, that person destroyed it. That person broke it. So Krishna also, he's trying to say by the philosophy, I am the creator and the destroyer. So what is the fault in it? You made it, you destroyed it, no problem. So who created this world? Bhagavan. And then Bhagavan also destroyed this world. Understand? In this world, okay, who is the creator? Brahmaji also. Brahma is the creator. So that's why the gopis also, they blame Brahma. They say what? One Akrura was bringing Krishna and Balarama. And so Akrura came to Braj to take Krishna and Balarama. And during the night, Nanda Maharaj announced, tomorrow, early in the morning, Krishna and Balarama, they will sit on the chariot of Akrura and they will proceed to Mathura. Like Krishna was still in Vrindavan yet, he was still there. He hasn't gone yet. But just listening to this announcement, Nanda Maharaj had announced, tomorrow early in the morning, Krishna and Balarama will go to Mathura. Hearing this, the gopis, they started crying. And this announcement of Nanda Maharaj very quickly spread, just like the fire. Just like the fire also. Like the fire spreads so quickly and burns everything so quickly, everything turns to ashes. So in the same way, Nanda Maharaj announced tomorrow morning, Krishna and Balarama, they will sit on the chariot and they will go to Mathura. Hearing this, all the Vraja gopis, they sat in their groups of friends and they started to feel future separation of Krishna, bhavi viraha. So the other day I told, there are 3 kinds of viraha in Braj. Bhavi viraha, another bhavan viraha, and another bhavya viraha. So future, present, and past separation. So Krishna and Balaram are still in Vrindavan. But just to think that tomorrow they will go, the gopis become completely overstruck and crying. Overstruck? No, grief-stricken. Sorry, grief-stricken. Grief-stricken. Grief-stricken and crying. So gopis are saying, oh, Vidata. Vidata means creator, Brahma, also Providence, also called, or God. Oh, Providence or Vidata, God, Brahma. You, the creator Brahma, you don't know mercy or compassion. You don't know compassion in your, like you don't know the compassion. You don't have compassion, you don't know it. Huh? Why? Because, first of all, you created the beautiful or beloved Krishna. You created him. Then you made us meet him, okay? And we loved him, he loved us. And then, but our love is not yet mature, our love. And even before the maturation of our love, you've separated us from him. How are you cruel? So why did you make us meet him in the first place? And you made this beautiful, sweet form. Why did you manifest this form in this world? So example is given, the gopis say, just like there are some frogs in the well, and the frogs are happy jumping in the water. So a small kid comes to the bank of the, like to the side of the well, and the kid is looking at the frogs, and the kid starts throwing some rocks, some stones, and kills the frogs, and throwing the frogs, and then the kid is laughing at the death of the frogs, because frogs are hit by the stones and the frogs are like dying, and then the child is laughing. So the frogs, small frogs, they're dying from these rocks that the boy is throwing, and then the boy is laughing at the death of the frogs. So gopis say exactly this. Arbakam means boys, like a boy who has no knowledge. He's just throwing stones in these frogs, and the boys are laughing to see this. Actually, the boy is ignorant. Like the butterfly. Before the summer season, there are many butterflies. So this small child, they put some stick in the back of the butterfly, maybe caterpillar, and then they, like the butterfly is like flying with the sky, with the wind, and the butterfly actually is not yet completely formed, so it dies because of that stick in the back. And also the boys are laughing, like the boy has no common sense, but the boys are laughing at this thing, like this joke they're making. So, oh Vidata, Brahma, creator, Providence, you have no common sense. Everything you do is just like as a child play. Arbakam means children, kids. Nirbodh means innocent. Ignorant? Yeah, like ignorant kids. So someone is dying and you're laughing at his death. Like the kids are laughing at the death of these animals. So gopis are saying, you manifest our beautiful Govinda in this world, and you made us meet him. If you wouldn't have met him, then okay. So many Miss Universes. There are many Miss Universe there in the world, but we don't have anything to do with them. But imagine if you fall in love with a Miss Universe, then you're separated from her. Now so many people die from Corona. So imagine. And the husband of the person who died is writing every day on Facebook, feeling separation from the wife. Have you seen the Facebook? Oh, I love so much my wife, but coronavirus came, killed my wife. My wife left because of coronavirus. Oh. The person is blaming the coronavirus for the... But actually the person died from what? Not from the coronavirus, of course not. Corona is only some excuse, some pretext, like some excuse of how to go from this world. But do you think before coronavirus people were not dying? People also were dying at that time. Actually, these diseases, people, according to karma, these are coming, we suffer the karma of the disease, then this go. Actually, like today, you can see, look what happened today. I was chanting holy names. 3:45. I saw in the bathroom. She died one moment today in the Rupa Sanatana temple. Bathroom man. One lady, Bengali, while bathing, she died in the Rupa Sanatana today, before Mangalarati, in the Brahma Muhurta time. She died in the bathroom today. She didn't have corona. Death doesn't want for anyone. She did so many parikramas. She was not sick, nothing. She was also not so old. Maybe 55 years old. Not even 60. Inside the bathroom. Okay, so death doesn't depend on anyone. Like doesn't depend on some disease or something. Death can come not depending on. So we're saying, oh, coronavirus, this and that. It's only some excuse, This is true or not? Yes. What? Every time is predestined. Actually, the wheel of time is moving over everyone's heads. You know? Excuse me, it's just some way of going. Who knows when your time will come? This is true. Young person or also old people, kids, death doesn't see these things. Your age. No. Because you have to do the bhajan in your life. What is the reality of your life? What is the reality of your life? You have to realize it. This is what I want to say. So the gopis are saying, they are criticizing or Brahma. They're saying, Brahma, you have created the beautiful form of our Govinda in this world. Actually, Brahma did not create the form of Krishna. Krishna is God, not himself. But still, the gopis are just like a normal person in this world. Just like we are blaming each other. This happened because of you, we are blaming each other in this world, blaming. Tulsidas also told this verse. We are always blaming each other, but if analyzed in a subtle way, actually the jiva is always suffering the karma and everything is fixed. What you'll do in the world, when you have to go, everything is fixed already for you. What will happen, what will not happen, everything is written. That's it. But our acharyas explain, by doing bhajan, you can change and increase. Ghata bhi can decrease or increase? So your age can decrease and increase also. And also by the bhajan. Those who do bhajan, the saints who are doing the bhajan, the great souls, when they give up their body or to stay in the body also, they do by the desire of God. They are not subservients of the karma because their karma is destroyed. By Namabhasa, the karma is destroyed. Prarabdha, aprarabdha also is destroyed. All this is destroyed. Everything you have is destroyed already. Now you are dependent on the desire of God. Just try to understand this. Anyway, let's continue. Gopis say, hey, Vidata Brahma, you have manifested the beautiful form of Govinda in this world. And at the same time also you made us meet with him. But our meeting was not yet mature. And also, you also separated us now. Like you separated us, made us far from him now. So this is called Bhavi Viraha, future separation. What is Bhavana Viraha? Is present continuous separation. So early in the morning, Krishna and Balarama they were sitting on the chariot of Akrur. Then Akrur tried to move the chariot, and then all the gopis they laid down around the chariot on the floor. Like they Sattagra means they just completely they try to make obstacle on the way of the chariot, falling on the ground. Like, I'll not allow Krishna to go. Like, they're on the middle of the road, like not allowing the chariot to walk, to move. And then the separation that the gopis were feeling at that moment, it's called Bhavana Viraha, means present separation, present continuous separation. And Bhavya Viraha is like Krishna left already, Krishna had left, and then gopis were feeling separation. Oh, Krishna said he would come back the day after tomorrow, but he didn't come back. Krishna told, today I'm going, tomorrow I'll kill Kamsa, day after tomorrow I'll come back. Krishna told he would come back, but he didn't. Years passed, actually. He didn't come back. So this separation, it's called what? Bhava Viraha, the past separation. They were feeling and feeling and feeling. But gopis were thinking Krishna will come back. And gopis were surviving on this hope. Okay. So 3 kinds of separation and also 3 kinds of separation. 3 kinds of meeting, 3 kinds of separation. Bhavi Milan, Bhavan Milan, and Bhavya Milan. Okay. Okay, so Mother Yashoda caught Gopal. Krishna knowingly अपने आप को he allowed him to be catched. Krishna he allowed her to catch him. So there was one person called Kaljavan, one demon. He tried so much to catch Krishna. In the Bhagavatam we see this explanation. He came in front of Krishna, then again he ran away. Just like the cat is trying to catch the mouse. In the same way, Krishna and Kaljavan, they were like in this kind of a play. Means like Kaljavan couldn't catch Krishna. So how Mother Yashoda was able to catch Krishna? Example is given. Mother Yashoda, by her ashraya-prema, Krishna himself, he allowed himself to be bound, to be caught. So by our sadhana bhajan, actually we cannot attain God by our own sadhana bhajan. Okay, if I cannot get God by sadhana bhajan, so what is the benefit in doing sadhana bhajan after all? So don't say this. Actually, God will see your efforts, and then He will give His mercy to you, seeing your efforts. So in Niti Shastra, there's an example given in Niti Shastra. Even though the lion is very strong, the lion also has to hunt for the deer. Like the lion is super strong, right? He's a very powerful animal, the lion. But if the lion thinks, oh, I am the king of this forest king, the deer will come and enter in my mouth automatically, and I will eat. Is this possible? No. So the lion also has to endeavor or to hunt. So this one shloka from Niti Shastra. Even the lion has to make his efforts. So in the same way, to get God, attain God, we also need to effort, like to endeavor. Seeing these endeavors, Bhagavan will give the mercy. So the sadhaka has his efforts, and then God will give the mercy. So Mother Yashoda, she was running. So to run behind Krishna, this is the sadhana, the practice. She was running. This was sadhana. So we are chanting holy name. This is also our sadhana. Seeing our sadhana, Krishna will give the shower of mercy. By this, Bhagavan will be controlled by our love. Then we can attain to God. So Mother Yashoda, she caught Krishna. Okay, so Mother Yashoda told. Who broke the clay pot? Krishna told. That person who created the pot broke it. Krishna is also saying, Mother, do you think I broke it? Actually, you have these anklets, very thick anklets, like very heavy, these anklets, on your feet. Nowadays you don't see, but if you go to a village in Braj, you'll see ladies using these very thick anklets. Nowadays, normal people don't use this. Girls don't use this. You can even try to give this to one girl and see if she'll wear. She'll not wear. But at that time, the ladies of Raj, they used to wear this very thick and heavy also, these anklets. It was from silver. Silver. So Krishna was telling his mother, look, you actually, when you moved your foot, your anklets from your feet actually hit the clay pot. It's not my fault. You broke it actually. So Krishna is saying, I did not break it. You yourself broke it, mother. You broke it, not me. So indirectly Krishna is saying this. I did not break it, mother. You have broken it, not me. So Mother Yashoda said, okay. Naughty boy. You're naughty boy. I don't know the words. Synonym for naughty? Huh? Bad boy. Bad boy. So how was the form of Krishna in this moment? So Krishna was afraid of his mother, and Krishna was like sobbing and crying, and then he was tears coming from his eyes, and the beauty of Krishna was very beautiful in these moments. So the kajal, this eyeliner in Krishna's eyes, were completely, actually Krishna knowingly, he had no tears in his eyes, no tears. He was there was not natural tears. Krishna was knowingly creating some tears. So it's like rubbing his eyes, rubbing, and rubbing the eyes so that tears come. Still tears were not coming. So people cry for two reasons. Sentiment, like ladies are very sentimental. In 1 second they start crying so much. Women. A little bit something you speak. The other day I spoke to that person. You're not studying. Before you join the bhajan, now. Then the girl starts crying, Mother, you complained to Gurudeva, and she was crying so much. So these tears came from where? From the sentiment. Oh, which girl? Come on. Yes. Anyway, so it's sentiment. So the sentiment is bringing these tears to the eyes. Some people, those who cry, like for example, like drama, they are expert in this habit, or sometimes they use some liquid for fake crying, and they cry so much. Like some people that have the habit of how to start crying, and the person like make the film, like actors for example, they know how to. For example, that actress that performed the Sita role, Deepika, her name, Deepika Ganguly, no? Her name? Okay, the actress of the Sita Ramayana. She was crying so much in the Ramayana, the actress. Yeah. And after the film, she's like ha 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 hoo hoo party. So these tears are not real, these tears of the actors. Graphic? Like what? Graphic? In the computer you can also make some tears in the computer. You can make like artificial tears also in the graphic computer. So nowadays the computers are doing this also. The technologies are making other things unnecessary. The computer can create the bhavs. Anyway. So Kanhaiya was also doing what? So his tears mixed with the eyeliner and looked like the flow of Ganga and Jamuna. Ganga are the tears because Ganga is white, okay? The current of the Ganga. And because he had eyeliner in his eyes, so this is the current of the Jamuna. So for Bhagavan this is possible. Because he is Bhagavan. Actually, Ganga and Jamuna, they come to serve Krishna in this moment. It's no big deal. Of course, it's possible for him. Because Ganga and Jamuna are the servants of Krishna. So if Ganga and Jamuna would appear in Krishna's eyes at that moment, and he would cry as like Ganga and Jamuna, this is no fault. Like this is true. This really Ganga and Jamuna could come. But Krishna is performing pastimes as like a human being. So his white tears, they became black because of the eyeliner. Because Krishna knowingly he was rubbing his eyes and smearing his eyeliner. And then Krishna was so beautiful in this moment also. So kajal makes the person beautiful, but when the kajal is completely smeared, also the person becomes even also beautiful and sweet also. So I told in the beginning, all the alankaras, ornaments in Krishna, actually the ornaments, they feel themselves blessed to be in Krishna's body. Like Krishna makes the ornaments beautiful. Shukadeva Goswami explains. So any person or man in this world, when they put ornaments, they become beautiful or something like that. They become attractive and beautiful. But in the spiritual world, the ornaments are also spiritual. They are all conscious. They are not material. Actually, the ornaments, they feel blessed to be in Krishna's body. In this world, this is not possible. Give an example. Mother and son, they went to picnic, and then the child was playing, and then after some time it rained. Now the makeup the mother was cleaned or washed off. After some time the kid came, auntie, where's my mommy? Hey, auntie, what the? You think I'm your auntie? I'm your mother. Oh no, but you're like a witch. You're like a witch. You're like a witch. No, my mother was so beautiful. Lipstick, so many beautiful. Oh, my son, at that time, I had done makeup. I had come from the beauty parlor, my son, that time. So I want to say that all the beauty of this world is temporary. And all this makeup, these things, ornaments, they enhance the beauty of the people in this world. But with Krishna is opposite. He makes the ornaments and beautiful. Actually, the ornaments, they feel blessed to be in Krishna's body, to be used by Krishna. So this is also very much described in the book of Vishwanath Chakravarti called Krishna Bhavanamrita. So after Shmatratkas take shower, take a bath, all the Sakhis, like Damodarashtaka, they enhance the beauty of each part of the body of Shmatrataka with a different ornaments, and describe the glory. They describe the glory of each ornament. For example, the bracelet is called Baju Bandhan. You know, like a bracelet in the armlet. So there is one kind of Baju Bandhan, like the armlet lock, let's say, because it's tied to the arm. Okay. So they're describing, oh, Radha, today your armlet is so beautiful. Hearing this, Srimati Radhika, she's smiling. Actually, in this world, the most important thing is to smile, to keep smiling. So this is the best thing, of this world. Even inside you are maybe upset, but if you tell your suffering to others, they will make fun of you. This is the rule of this world. Seeing your suffering, other people, they will not have the sympathy. No. Externally, they will show some external sympathy, but inside they will be, you're suffering. Good, you're suffering. Externally, like, oh my God, oh no, you're suffering. Oh. After 2 steps, you're like, yeah, he should suffer. He hasn't died yet. Oh. Because this is the ritual, the people of this world. Externally, they are glorifying us, but actually, in our back, they are speaking. And so, what I want to say is that after bathing, when each Sakhi starts to describe the glories of these ornaments Srimati Radhika is using, like they put the ornaments and while they put, they glorify the ornaments also. Like I give the example of I gave another example. Srimati Radhika wears a beautiful necklace of gold in her, golden necklace in her neck. Very thin necklace of gold, and very long also. Thin and long. How is it called? It's like golden chain. Very thin, very beautiful. Very thin. Chains, golden chain, okay? But very thin. There are many kinds, huh? Some are thick, but Srimati Radhika is very thin golden chain. They put this in Srimati Radhika. Okay? The Sakhi is putting and glorifying. Putting the golden chain and glorifying. Oh, look, Srimati Radhika, this golden chain is just like the Shiva is bathed with the milk, and it's so beautiful. In the same way, also, it's like a comparison, upama, like analogy. They compare the golden chain in Srimati Radhika just like the Shiva bathed with the milk. Just like if you commit offense to the feet of Lord Shiva, like Ananga, the Kamadeva Cupid, was defeated by Shiva, and because he committed offense to the feet of Lord Shiva. Okay, do you know the story? Okay, from beginning. Shiva was meditating, and then seeing the hard austerities of Shiva, Indra became afraid that Shiva would take his position. So Indra called the Cupid Kamadeva. This is described in the Shiva Purana. So Indra called Cupid Kamadeva and told, look, go to Shiva and finish his austerities, like destroy his austerities. Then Kamadeva came, okay? And then he came, and then he danced, sang so many things, Cupid. And in this way he interrupted the meditation of Shiva, and Shiva was so angry because of that. Shiva became angry, and from the third eye of Shiva, some fire appeared and made the Cupid turn to ashes. So he conquered the Cupid. Okay? So seeing this, the wife of the Cupid called Roti-devi started crying, and for she did the search. Roti. Yes, so Roti-devi is the wife of the Cupid, and she did austerities for many years. So Kamadeva Cupid is a man. That's why in the mantra we are saying Ananga Prachodayat. Ananga means somebody who has no limbs. So Cupid lost his limbs because he was destroyed by the Shiva's fire of the third eye. So Roti-devi, she also worshipped Shiva. The wife, she worshipped Shiva. Shiva became pleased, and then Shiva told him, ask for a benediction. She said, I want my husband back. Shiva said, I can, but I already turned your husband to ashes. She said, but I cannot live without my husband. So she prayed so much to Shiva. Then Kamadeva. So Shiva told, when you desire to meet your husband, he will come to you. In the rest of the time, he will be without limbs, Ananga. Nobody can see him. That's why in our mantra we are singing Tano Ananga Prachodayat. So there's the material Cupid, but we are referring to the aprakrita Kamadeva, transcendental Cupid, which is Krishna. Do you understand? So when we chant the Kama Gayatri mantra, we're saying Tano Anango Prachodayat. So this aprakrita transcendental Cupid. So I was telling that okay, after Srimati Radhika having a bath, then she is wearing this very thin golden chain. Some Saki is putting this in her neck, and the gopi is giving this example and glorifying also. Just like Roti-devi, the wife of Kamadeva, just like Roti-devi, she bathed Shiva with milk. Okay, Srimati Radhika in the same way. This golden chain around your neck, is just like a flow of milk flowing. The rest you can understand by yourself. I don't need to speak everything. So the alankaras, ornaments of Krishna, they feel blessed by being in Krishna's body, on Krishna's body. So when Krishna is afraid and he's rubbing his eyes, so like the flow of Ganga and Jamuna are coming from his eyes. Some commentaries say, where these tears are coming from? Some commentarists, they say, oh, Ganga and Jamuna, they appeared in the eyes of Krishna to help in the past times. Otherwise, where would tears come from his eyes? Because I told you can only cry if you're fearing repentation or some feeling. But other is just like some fake tears. Fake tears you cannot fake for long, just 1 or 2 seconds, then But so Krishna he saw that he had no tears. That's why he started to rub his eyes. So two conceptions. First of all, is that really Ganga and Jamuna came to serve Krishna, entered his eyes and started flowing. Another also, he had no tears. Then Krishna, knowingly he was rubbing his eyes. And he was just like pretending to cry, like crocodile tears. He doesn't know how to cry, like childhood. A child who doesn't know how to cry and faking tears. Because the child knows, if I fake tears, if I like do cry fake tears, my mother will not hit me. But still the mother Yashoda said, "Oh, friend of the monkeys, you're a naughty boy, I have to chastise you." But so the boy is very clever. He completely like grabs to the feet of the mother Yashoda to hide himself there. You know, the kid knows. Kids are very clever and smart. That's why he completely came and like grabbed to the leg of Mother Yashoda. He knows, oh, if I do this, then my mother will not hit me. Just like he's afraid, also showing just like a normal boy. Aracharya explained. General people have fear the most death. But the presiding deity of death has fear from Krishna. Is afraid of Krishna. So the death itself is afraid of Krishna. So now this Swayam Bhagavan Krishna, he is afraid of being hit by his mother with the stick. And he's rolling himself to the legs of Mother Yashoda. So this is called the Naravat Lila, human being pastimes of Bhagavan. Who can sing these pastimes? Who can understand that Krishna is God? Nobody will think. Is he God? How can he be God? Because he's feeling fear. He's afraid of his mother. But generally death itself is afraid of him. Even Nanda Maharaj is also paying obeisances to him, and he's the presiding deity of that. And this Swayam Bhagavan, now he's afraid of his mother. Just like a normal boy crying so much.
Oh, Krishna के उस समय जो स्वतंत्र वाहित जो दोनों नेत्र वाले जो है वो भी अतिशय चमत्कारी रूप में दिखाई पड़ते हैं।
And the beauty of a human being depends on two things: his eyes and his nose. So if the eyes are beautiful, the person will be beautiful. And if the nose is beautiful, also the person will be beautiful. So Shastra explains, the nose and the eyes, they're very important in the person. The person who have like long eyes and big eyes, just like if you take a caramel and parmo, a vegetable, and you cut in the middle, the parmo, like a deer eye, like a doe eye, eye which is protuberant. Protuberant, you say? Protuberant. Coming out of the very beautiful eye, this. Shastra describes the gopis are like this. So in the song they sing. Are the last two lines of the song. Jole Jole Radharani Damodar. भाई आँखियाँ अपंग छवि
उसमें जो लिखा है थोड़ा हिंदी देखो
So you can see in the Hindi.
क्या लिखा है वही आँखियाँ अपांग छवि
भारी मन में राधे मुख और नयन श्याम के चकोर.
हाँ इसमें लिखा है ना राधा मुख और नयन श्याम के चकोर सखी 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 मन प्रेम डोर लगी चरण में इसके आगे होगा गोल श्याम ब्रह्म दामिनी के श्याम इसमें लिखा देखो वही आँखियाँ अपांग छवि भरी मन में.
So fourth verse of the Jula Jula Radha Damodar song. Their respective golden and dark complexions resemble lightning on a dark cloud. This sight fills my mind and my eyes do not close. So if the eyes are protuberant, a little bit coming out. Someone who has these eyes like this, here, it's very beautiful. All your eyes are inside, huh? Coming inside. Very beautiful. Have you seen the eyes of a doe? Also is coming out. And very long also. Very beautiful. So the beauty of someone depends on the eye, the sweetness of someone. So the nose and the eyes. So actually even the eyes are more important for the beauty of the person. So the eyes are more glorious even than the nose. How are your eyes? Check in your mirror. How is your eyes? Big or small? So it depends on the eyes. Krishna is so beautiful. Krishna has beautiful eyes. Time's up. So Satanka Netra.
नेत्र जुगम दोनों के मृजंतम एक हाथ एक साथ मसल रहे हैं सातम का नेत्र उदिशा वाइविक दोनों नेत्र वाले वाइविक नेत्र वाले किसका मसल में होता है किरण के.
So who has fearful eyes? The doe. So the like always afraid that his eyes are moving. Deer. Doe is female deer. So क्या जी? Sorry Guru. What? Look, repeat.
Deer. Their eyes give the signal. They give any.
So the eyes of the doe is giving the signal of danger coming. So by the eyes, the deer is indicating the danger approaching. Actually, in all jivas, God gave something specific. You can see in YouTube or anywhere. The lion is coming before the eyes of the doe, the deer, they are showing that the danger is coming. So the deer is like alert. What is this coming from? The lion is coming very slowly to catch the deer. But by the eyes, the deer is indicating, and the deer is looking around. From where he's coming, and in which direction I should run to. Have you seen this? Go in YouTube and check. The lion indicates to the deer. Okay.
और मूर्ख शासक कम उपस्थित देखा कृष्ण से जानबूझ करके
So Krishna is
सांस पीते हैं
like sobbing, and then his bed is up and down. What's it, sobbing? No? Is it sobbing? Sobbing. He's sobbing, crying and sobbing. This is one pastime of Krishna. Oh, in this moment, when Krishna is fearful and sobbing like this, painting, so the neck of Krishna is so beautiful because he has 3 lines in his neck like a conch. Very beautiful also. Those who are beautiful, man or woman, they have 3 lines on the neck. On the belly 3 lines and also 3 lines on the neck. If it's 4 lines, then the person is fat. Only 3 lines on the belly. Okay? So 3 lines, the person is beautiful. And on the belly, 3 lines also. If it's 4 lines on the belly, then it's useless. Then the person is Moti Gopi, Radharani, fat Gopi. Krishna will not allow you to enter the Rasa Lila in this case, because the fat Gopi cannot dance, cannot run, cannot dance, nothing. And if the person also is too thin, he'll fly away, just like she is. Fall down, also not necessary in the Rasa dance. Too fat and also not too thin, also cannot Rasa Lila, no. Should be fitness and fit. Should be fit for the Rasa Lila. So Krishna is so beautiful. So you have 3 lines. Krishna has 3 lines in his neck, and he's like sobbing, painting, you say, no? Panting, and so beautiful, very beautiful form. So he accepted to be bound by his mother because of her Vatsalya Bhav. So here Satavatra Muni is saying, how did Mother Yashoda bind Krishna? By the rope or by her love, by her Vatsalya love? Actually, according to the human being pastimes, okay, Mother Yashoda tied him by the rope because they're performing pastimes like a human being. So first of all, she could not tie him. She tried, but she couldn't. She used all the rope from all the cows of the house. She called her friends and she used all the ropes together. The friends were even clapping at her. It's not written in his forehead, in his destiny, that he's supposed to be bound today. So how possible you bind him? It's not possible to bind him. Because you're trying, never able to do that. Still, Mother Yashoda said, don't make fun of me because I gave birth to this boy, I have to bind him. So she was trying to use all the ropes together, connected, and try to bind him, but still always 2 fingers too short. So the gopis were even like clapping and making fun of her. Then Mother Yashoda felt even more enthusiastic, excited. We know if somebody makes fun of us, we're like, oh, okay, I'll not do that. We like give up. We become demotivated. If I say, you didn't cook well, then you say, okay, from tomorrow on, I'll stop cooking. So if the husband says, you did not cook well, the wife says, okay, tomorrow on, you cook, okay? The husband says, okay, I'll go to the office, I'll go to my mother's house. No. Then the woman didn't even also. No, sorry, wait. Like nobody washed the dishes, nothing. So a husband to cook for one day, for him is so hard. The husband can cook. Actually, even for one day, the husband cannot cook. So then the husband will tell the wife, "Okay, go to your mother's house. I will like handle myself." But then then after 2-3 days, husband is calling his wife, "Hey, come back, come back." And after you come back after 3 days, everything is there. Like he didn't even wash the dishes. All the pots and plates he used for 3 days, everything is there to be washed. He didn't wash anything. But when you come, but generally he's saying, husband is saying, "What are you doing? Only 2 chapatis in your life every day, so many. Like you're not doing anything. Only take care of the kitchen, nothing." But when the wife is not there, then the husband sees that actually it's not hard. It's not easy to. That's why in the Western countries people eat out. You can ask them if they cook. Western do you cook? And they take the bread from outside and they don't cook. The Westerners, they don't cook. Whether they are single or double, like married or not, no one cooks. Useless. So much effort for what? And they don't have maids in the house. Because if you have a maid, she'll take all your salary away. It's very expensive to keep a maid in the Western countries. So they have to cook themselves. Oh, better I buy out, like take, buy from outside. If I'm hungry, I'll eat out. So how Mother Yashoda bound Gopal, tied him. By the mother's love, Vatsalya Bhav, Krishna accepted to be bound, to be tied. He was not tied by the rope itself. How to bind God with the rope? Because God is inside and outside the rope. Paramatma is everywhere. Badanti tatavidas tatam jaganamadvayam brahmeti pramatmeti Bhagavaniti shabdati. One Bhagavan appears in 3 ways. The form of Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan also. So Bhagavan is as Paramatma everywhere. So God is everywhere. So he's inside the rope, outside the rope. So how did Mother Yashoda bind Krishna? So if you analyze the Tattva Vichar, she couldn't actually bind him. She couldn't bind him actually. But in Rasa Vichara, actually Mother Yashoda bound him with her Vatsalya Bhav. Jai Sri Radhe. So now Krishna is bound. Now Krishna is bound. Okay? If we'll open the rope, he'll untie the rope, he'll go away. One day Shrimati Radhika was suffering in separation of Krishna. And then they called Chitra, because Chitra is expert in painting. So they called Chitra Saki. Okay, paint a beautiful painting of our beloved Govinda. So Chitra Devi started to paint the face of Krishna slowly. She was making the image, the painting. Shrimati Radhika was so absorbed seeing the painting of Krishna. Radha thought that Krishna was there. Then Chitra Devi was going to paint the feet of Krishna. And then Shrimati Radhika told, stop, caught her hand. Chitra, no, don't paint his feet, because if you paint his feet, he will run away. Keep Krishna tied, keep him tied. Then he will continue. Don't paint the feet of Krishna, otherwise he will run away. So Gurudev also would stop. Always Gurudev when speaking the katha, he would at least for 15 or 20 days. That time Gurudev would read the Damodarashtaka for 1 month complete. So for 25 days he was speaking, and he was said, okay, let's stop here. Let's keep Krishna bound. He would end the katha in this part. Okay, let's keep Krishna bound. And tomorrow we'll untie him.
This go?